Hello students and friends. Welcome to Homeopathy Medicines. Today in this homeopathic materia medica lesson, I will discuss about homeopathic medicine Pyrogenium. Before starting this video, please subscribe to this channel for Learn Homeopathy Online Free and Homeopathy Materia Medica. We need support from you to make this channel more beautiful and more informative. Now going to discuss about Pyrogenium, its uses and symptoms. This remedy was introduced by English homeopathists, prepared from decomposed lean beef allowed to stand in the sun for 2 weeks and then patentized. The provings and most of the clinical experience have been obtained from this preparation. But, subsequently, Dr. Swan patentized some septic pus, which preparation has also been proved and clinically applied. There does not seem to be any marked difference in their effects. Pyrogen is the great remedy for septic states, with intense restlessness. In septic fevers, especially puerperal, Pyrogen has demonstrated its great value as a homeopathic dynamic antiseptic. H. C. Allen. Hectic, typhoid, typhus, ptomaine poisoning, diphtheria, dissecting wounds, sewer gas poisoning, chronic malaria, after effects of miscarriage. All these conditions at times may present symptoms calling for this unique medicine. All discharges are horribly offensive: menstrual, lochial, diarrhea, vomit, sweat, breath, etc. Great pain and violent burning in abscesses. Chronic complaints that date back to septic conditions. Threatening heart failure in zymotic and septic fevers. Influenza, typhoid symptoms. Mind, full of anxiety and insane notions. Loquacious. Thinks he is very wealthy. Restless. Feels if crowded with arms and legs. Cannot tell whether dreaming while awake or asleep. Head, painless throbbing. Fan-like motion of alainasi, like, foes. Bursting headache with restlessness. Mouth, tongue red and dry, clean, cracked, smooth, as though varnished. Throat dry, articulation difficult. Nausea and vomiting. Taste terribly fetid. Breath horrible. Stomach, coffee grounds vomiting. Vomits water, when it becomes warm in stomach. Abdomen, intolerable tenesmus of both bladder and rectum. Bloated, sore, cutting pain. Stool, diarrhea, horribly offensive, brown-black, painless, involuntary. Constipation, with complete inertia, opium, obstinate from impaction. Stools large, black, carrion-like, or small black balls. Heart, tired feeling about heart. Palpitation. Sensation as if heart were too full. Always can hear her heartbeat. Pulse abnormally rapid, out of proportion to the temperature. Pain in region of left nipple. Conscious of heart. Female, puerperal peritonitis, with extreme fetor. Septicemia following abortion. Menses horribly offensive. Uterine hemorrhages. Fever at each menstrual period, consequent upon latent pelvic inflammation. Septic puerperal infection. Pelvic calculitis. Inflammatory exudate. Postoperative cases, with overwhelming sepsis. Fever, coldness and chilliness. Septic fevers. Latent pyogenic condition. Chill begins in back. Temperature rises rapidly. Great heat with profuse hot sweat, but sweating does not cause a fall in temperature. Extremities, throbbing in vessels of neck. Numbness of hands, arms, feet. Aching in all limbs and bones. Bed feels too hard, arn. Great debility in the morning. Soreness, better by motion, rus. Rapid decubitus of septic origin. Skin, small cut or injury becomes much swollen and inflamed, discolored. Dry. Sleep, seems to be in semi-sleep. Dreams all night. Modalities, relief from motion. The potencies prepared from Heath's 3D of decomposed beef have been used by the author for many years against all forms of septic fever and sequels, when the symptoms agree. Violent chill intermingled with heat and sweat, or dry heat with marked aching in the limbs, restlessness, greater than by motion and heat. The sore bruised condition is as marked as in arnica and baptisia, The aching in the bones like recuperation, the restlessness, greater than by motion and heat like ruse. Pains all aggravated sitting. Complaints come on from becoming cold, and from cold damp weather. These features are found in hectic fevers in the last stages of phthisis, as well as septic fevers. It aborts puerperal fever in a few hours when clearly indicated. In cases of typhoid where there is the confusion like that found in baptisia and the heat is too intense for that remedy, Pyrogenium should always be considered. When the temperature reaches 106.8 degrees and there is great soreness and aching, this remedy will make great changes in a single day, but if the pains are more than by motion and heat it will abort the fever. When the pulse is extremely high, and the temperature not correspondingly high, this remedy will be useful. On the other hand, when the pulse and temperature are out of rhythm either way, this remedy should be considered if the case is of septic origin. Great pain when the flow from an open abscess becomes scanty. Violent burning in an abscess, Rs, and torrent. C. Offensiveness prevails extensively, even putrid and cadaveric odors of body, breath, sweat and discharges. Fevers from sewer gas poisoning, erysipelas from infection and surgical fevers. It cures many chronic complaints that date back to septic conditions. She has not been well since a puerperal fever many years ago, is a good reason for thinking of Pyrogenium. A young man of good inheritance suffered from blood poison and made a poor recovery, and for several years was affected with abscesses in various parts. He was pale and sickly, rheumatic and stiff. At this time there was an abscess of the calf slowly forming. He took Pyrogenium and made a rapid and complete recovery. This time the abscess did not open. He has remained in good health now 10 years. It has cured Bright's disease that could be traced to septic origin. It is a most useful remedy when there is threatening heart failure in septic and zymotic fevers. Septic hemorrhage, when the blood is dark. It will often save life in the most dangerous and rapid septic fevers. Loquacity, can think and talk faster than ever before, especially during fever. Irritable. Delirium and confusion of mind about his body and limbs, bapt. Sensation as though he covered the whole bed. Knew her head was on the pillow, but did not know where the rest of the body was. Feels when lying on one side she is one person, and another when turning on the other side. Sensation as though crowded with arms and legs. These symptoms are much like baptisia, but if the temperature runs very high, baptisia will not meet the condition so well as Pyrogenium. Violent congestion of the head with pressing pain and pulsation, greater than by pressure. Copious sweat on the head. Pain in occiput on coughing, in the morning on waking. The eyeballs are sore to touch, on turning them outwards or upwards. Septic bleeding from nose. Fan-like motion of alainasi, like. Face pale, sunken, burning hot. The mouth is foul, and the taste putrid. The tongue is coated, and brown. Brown streak down the center. Swords on the teeth. Putrid odor from mouth. Vomiting, of bile, blood, of putrid masses. Vomits water when it becomes warm in the stomach. Stercoraceous vomiting. Coffee ground vomiting. Thirst for cold drinks during chill and heat. Distension and great sensitiveness of abdomen. Inflammation of peritoneum, intestines and uterus, of septic origin. Rumbling in bowels. Pain on deep breathing. Cutting, colicky pain. Pain in right side going through to the back less than on every motion, talking and breathing, greater than by lying on right side, groaning with every breath. Copious, liquid, putrid stools. Involuntary stool. Profuse, watery, painless stool. Stool carrion-like. The difficult constipated stool also like carrion in odor. Constipation with hard dry, black, putrid stools, small black balls like olives. Putrid bloody stools. Soft narrow stools with great straining. Hemorrhage from bowels. Urine scanty or suppressed. Red deposit, hard to wash off. Albuminous urine containing casts. Putrid urine. Frequent calls to urinate as the fever comes on. Intolerable tenesmus of the bladder, spasmodic contractions, involving rectum, ovaries, and broad ligaments, case cured by Yingling. Involuntary urine and stool in septic fevers. Uterine hemorrhage. Putrid, scandilachia. Suppressed lachia. Violent chill, puerperal fever. Menses lasting 1 day, then bloody leukorrhea. Septic fever following abortion. Prolapsus of uterus. Wheezing when expiring. Weak and husky voice, and hoarseness. Cough with large masses of mucus from larynx, less than by motion, and in warm room. Cough causes burning in larynx and bronchi. Putrid, thick, purulent expectoration. Cough less than by lying, greater than by sitting up. Bloody or rusty expectoration. Cough, with copious, offensive night sweats. It is a great palliative in the last weeks of consumption. Abscesses in lung. Heart failure in septic fevers, less than by least motion. Every pulsation felt in distant parts. Anxiety and sinking sensation in region of heart. Distinct consciousness of the heart. Aching at the bifurcation of the trachea. Oppression of chest and heart. Fullness in region of heart. Feels as if the heart were pumping cold water, Yingling. Palpitation. Loud heartbeats. Sensation of purring of the heart. Rapid, irregular, fluttering pulse. Pulsation in the neck. Weak feeling in the back. Stitching in back on coughing. Pain in all the limbs with great restlessness. Aching and bones all over the body. Soreness of the muscles and the bed feels hard, greater than by motion. Cold extremities. Numbness of extremities, hands and arms numb. Hands cold and clammy. Pain in the thighs during chill and fever. Pain in the knees and legs during chill and fever, ameliorated from walking, and from heat. Aching in legs while sitting, greater than by walking. Aching above knee as if bone were broken, greater than by stretching of limbs and motion. Feet and legs dropsical. Numbness of feet. Skin pale, cold, of ashy hue. Obstinate varicose offensive ulcers of old people. It has cured many old fever sores with putrid, thin, bloody discharges. Carrion-like perspiration. Putrid odors of the body. Must be covered in all stages. Chill ameliorated by warm bed. The chill is quotidian, it comes in the evening, generally at 7 p.m. The periodicity is regular. Cold sweat on the body. Hot sweat with high temperature. The sleep is full of frightful dreams. Persistent thoughts prevent sleep. Suffocation in sleep. Cries out in sleep from oppression of chest. Swan's potencies of Pyrogenium were made from septic pus, CB. And T.S. Catalogue of Swan's potencies. Swan procured from heath a potency of artificial sepsin which was decomposed, lean beef. This swan called sepsin. In the United States, Swan's Pyrogenium is in general use. Burnett used Heath's preparation. The author has used both, but prefers Heath's. Clark, in his dictionary, is mistaken when he says Swan's Pyrogenium was made from Heath's decomposed beef. The author knew Swan well, and can vouch for these facts. Sherbino's proving was made with Swan's potencies and was, therefore, made with septic pus. Yingling's cures were made with Swan's potencies, therefore with septic pus. Thanks for watching this video. If you want more videos like Pyrogenium, please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. To learn homeopathy course online free with Homeopathy Materia Medica. Comment us your feedback and what you want in the next video. Like and share this video with your friends and family. For paid and free consultancy online, visit homeopathymedicines.com and mashclinic.com. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay healthy, stay happy.